Subconsciously, I can say that I don't care if anyone watches my videos or anything because I know this is just part of my growth, learning how to express my creativity. Um, but I'm just not authentic enough yet, I feel like. Even though I have an understanding of what authenticity is, and I feel like I embody it a lot of the times, there's still subconsciously I'm making up stories in my head like, am I saying the right words that will potentially be a catalyst for someone else's um, new level of understanding and to help increase someone else's spirituality? But that's not focused on myself. That's more being in thoughts of service, right? Um, but yeah, this seems to be the next paradox to unionize, I guess. At every level of growth where we fully embody something new, there's always a more subtle mask that gets put onto that. Even if we've already worked on that specific thing and dropped a mask, there's another layer. And I think this is the next mask with authenticity. I guess I just want to know what it's like to truly be present in the moment without having any goals or a reason, not a reason, but like meaning behind doing something. Cuz that's how I've evolved to doing the right things or to trying to listen to my intuition more, is by attaching meaning to it. Like, oh, this is for the betterment of all or whatever the you know what I'm saying? Cuz this is still subconsciously, cuz my thoughts are not always attaching meaning, and like I could just be doing something just because I'm trying to express my creativity, right? But subconsciously there's still that, am I saying the right thing to reach people or even to start to get views, or like projecting that into the future, like how my growth is going to evolve in the future rather than just being my authentic self in the moment. But I guess awareness is the first step, right? um, but yeah, as far as integrating those masks, I use this method recently where, well, let's start with the question. Okay, so what question should you be asking yourself? For me, I asked, how do I bring the version of me that represses rage back to the light or represses fear? Um, any of those, polarities, those opposites, fear and love. You want to bring fear into love. You want to bring rage into peace. So what I did, this is actually pretty profound experience for me. I've never consciously done this method or whatever, but I felt into this version of me that was feeling this intense rage when I felt trapped, when I had absolutely no control, when I wanted to have a sense of that. I was in a treatment center for drug rehab, and everything just kind of felt like I didn't have any of the tools yet to alchemize these emotions, and that rage just kind of like builds up in your body over time. You have no way of releasing it. So I felt into that moment, going back to that past version of me. I felt the tightness build into my throat, and then the energy start bubbling up to my chest. And it was like because when we think about scenarios in our minds, it's almost like we're experiencing them. So I am in the emotional state of that version of me, and then I bring my new level of conscious awareness to that. And I told him, I'm sorry that you didn't have the tools at the time to work through this, that everything's gonna be okay, that to just trust in the divine. And that half of me brought this sense of peace, and was able to relinquish the part of me that needed to control. And in that moment, it was like the past version of me was able to feel that peace, and just kind of like ascend into the light, that new level of awareness with me. And it was like it made us whole. And it was just extremely profound. And there was even like a couple like tears that came from my eyes, like that didn't seem like it was coming from me. It seemed like it was that past version releasing that and thanking me. But yeah, you could try that with any of your fractured psyches, or any masks that you're trying to unveil, by going into a past version of you and feeling into that, and then bringing the opposite emotion that kind of is able to release that and bring you back together. But yeah, that's all I got today.